When we hear about due process, it is your right, but it also protects not only the people, but the government from mistakes. That's just part of the basic due process where whether you're arrested or the government wants to do something to you, you have process rights before they do it. And that brings us to a very real-world example of how law and incompetence are troubling the Trump administration. They admit the mistake. They have now deported a Maryland father on one of those El Salvador flights in, quote, error. They got the wrong guy. He was here legally, and he's being treated like this and sent down there where he's now stuck. Kilmar Abrego Garcia has legal status in the U.S. He actually originally came from El Salvador all the way back in 2011 and is protected under a court order that says he cannot be sent back for safety reasons. The administration says they knew, and they deported him anyway. So this is just a giant failure. Garcia arrested after work one evening while picking up his child. Agents telling him his status has changed. That was false. And then, within days, he was loaded on that flight. No due process, no hearings, none of the actions which, as I've said, are supposed to protect him, but also would protect the government, which has an interest in not deporting the wrong people or misidentifying Americans as gang members and denying them of all rights and shipping them abroad. If it could happen to him, I've told you, it could happen to others. He's in the infamous terrorist confinement center down there. The White House, while admitting the error, also has statements they're making about him to somehow justify it. Trump officials admitted the deportation was an error, though, in written paperwork. And now they say, despite all the powers they want to exercise on immigration, there's actually nothing they can do. They make the claim that U.S. courts do not have jurisdiction to seek his release now that he's out of the country. That is what looks like an error. But you can imagine a different scenario where the government does the exact same thing I just told you to an American or a critic or a professor or a political opponent or a journalist and says, they're not, they're gone. They're in a foreign prison. And remember, on top of all that, Trump can get a lot out of El Salvador with his cozy relationship there.
El Salvador is an interesting one because I know the president. He does it differently, smart.
No country's ever made an offer of friendship such as this. It's just one more sign of what an incredible friend we have here in President Bukele.
And I have great respect for you, and I really appreciate what you're doing.
The United States is not only a partner and an ally, but also a friend.
The evidence suggests if President Trump called El Salvador after them helping on this thing and said, well, we sent one person there wrongly, send them back, that they could get that. So, again, that also doesn't pass the fact check. Meanwhile, Trump's supporter and recently conservative, although sometimes sort of more iconoclastically independent, podcaster Joe Rogan, who literally has tens of millions of listeners, he had a big Trump interview before the election, he says this is wrong.
You got to get scared that people who are not criminals are getting, like, lassoed up and deported. Horrific. It's horrific.
I don't think that should be controversial.
No, that's not controversial at all. And this is the thing, you know, measured twice, cut once.
Yeah.
This is this is kind of crazy that could be possible. That's horrific.
Horrific, says the Trump supporter. He attended the inauguration. And horrific because it's wrong. Anyone who is too partisan to recognize when facts show mistakes or something is wrong or you have picked up a father who's legally in this country and send him down to an El Salvadorian prison and you don't have the mental ability or, quite frankly, the guts to acknowledge that, then the government's problem is also yours.